due to the blocking of arterial routes, the IST are going to bring the suspect through the city on foot to the seat of the local administration here at Guildhall Square. And we're crossing now to Merrick Copeland. Merrick.
Thanks, Alan. Well, also in this hour, we're receiving further reports of an unapproved rally being held by the pro-authoritarian Caiaphas organisation in support of the new Special Powers Act. Speaking at this rally is their leader, Ian Martin, who has been known to provoke a strong reaction in the past.
It's time we took this lawless minority by the scruff of the neck and brought them to heel. Yeah! These may be regrettable steps, but let me tell you, they are steps that we must take now to protect our society, our way of life, and most importantly, our children's futures. Yes! Not next week, not next year, but now. And if anyone seeks to tear down that which over the years we have built up, they will be met with strong and terrible resistance.
And let's quickly go back to Jenny with further developments on the wall. Jenny.
It came out of nowhere. Christopher was being moved along the walls when he was recognised by a group of people we assume are members of the Caiaphas organisation who attempted to attack him, only to be held back by the IST and individuals within the crowd. The IST have now taken cover and brought Christopher up here onto the bastion behind me.
The situation seems quite dangerous. Has it settled down at all, Jenny?
The IST seem to have taken control, but the attack does appear to have been an orchestrated attempt to get at Christopher. That's Ian Martin, Alan, head of the Caiaphas organisation. I'm going to attempt to get a few words with him now.
Well, thank you, Jenny. I'm now joined by WCP Chief Political Correspondent Killian Temple. Killian, what do you make of all this?
Hello, Alan. Yes, we're seeing a lot more of this street action tactic, as the Caiaphas organisation likes to call it.
For an organisation that claims to be defending law and order, they seem remarkably willing to take the law into their own hands.
Yes, it might seem that irony has escaped them, but the Caiaphas organisation are not known for their tolerance of those they perceive to be working against the best interests of the state.
They reacted very quickly to the situation involving Christopher.
Well, this Christopher is well and truly on everyone's radar now in the city.
Well, thank you, Killian. We return now to Jenny Sampson, who is with Ian Martin, the leader of the Caiaphas organisation. Jenny.
Yes, Alan, I'm here with Ian Martin. Mr. Martin, can I get a few comments from you, please, on today?
Of course, it's Jenny Sampson, isn't it?
Yes, could I ask why you have encouraged your supporters to attack the IST when you claim to be a defender of law and order yourself?
Well, these are not my supporters, but concerned citizens who have a sense of loss of control throughout their community. People just don't feel safe anymore.
But these are the people that came out to attend your rally, so surely the actions by those riding completely contradicts your message.
As I said to you before, these are not officially my supporters.
But they did come out to listen to you.
My patience and that of my supporters is run thin with troublemakers such as Christopher character. When ordinary, decent people see their way of life being threatened, it's not surprising some of them feel compelled to take matters into their own hands.
Could I ask what Christopher has done to you specifically? Reports are that he's barely been in the city for a week.
He's nothing but an instigator, a lot of questions but no solutions, and a direct threat to the authorities. But now, if you'll excuse me, I'm a very busy man.
I was stabbed. You saw it.
Well, I didn't exactly see anything.
So what's this? Where do you think this hole came from? How do you explain that?
I don't know, some conjuring trick.
What?
He's always at it. Did you not hear about his water into wine tricks? His healing stunts, the gimmicks. But he hasn't got me pulled in.
I know what I felt. There was no stabbing. Why were we arresting him?
He was always going to be arrested. Special Powers Act. Stabbing was a bonus.
Yeah, but there was no evidence.
But they don't know that, do they? Really, it's all about what they think they know.
Why were you arresting him in the first place?
Because you were told to.
Following orders.
Yeah, soldier, you were following orders. And don't you go getting any notions in your heads. We need to get him moving. We're sitting ducks here, yeah? So get ready, going now.
Let's go.
Following orders.
What? How many times have I heard that? Mind your own
How
business.
often has that been used when horrific deeds are done?
Shut it.
Hate crimes and genocide.
I don't need
I
a
was
lecture
just
from
following
you.
orders. I'm not giving you a lecture. I'm just telling you, there comes a moment in time when you need to open your eyes. Really take in what you see. Question
Question what exactly?
your purpose. Everyone has a choice to make. Is this yours? If you were given a second chance, what would you do with it?
What's going on, Jude?
Nothing. Nothing's going on. He should be fighting back.
It's not his way.
He has no option. There's no point coming so far if he isn't going to do anything.
What did you do?
He should be getting ready to attack, not lying down to them.
Is this whole situation your fault today? You always know what's best, don't you?
Get a moving. Come on, quick. Go.
The atmosphere has turned very ugly here, chanting for the head of the suspect, and they're on the move, Alan. We'll get back to you with any further developments.
In recent months, it's become quite clear that despite all the suspicions about him, some people are still being convinced by this man. In what now looks like a calculated strategy, he has built pockets of support in rural areas before attempting to bring his movement to the city.
People come to me and they ask, what am I against? The governor? The Caiaphas organisation? The city itself? I'm not against any of these people. I'm for the poor, the broken, the lost. I'm for the downtrodden. I'm for anyone who wants to help make this a better world. A world filled with love. I'm for anyone who stands against the bigotry, the hatred, corruption and greed. And for anyone who believes that we can save this world, that we can bring heaven and put it here on earth. I'm not here to criticize or make snide comments from the sidelines or social media posts. But what I am here for is to bring about a revolution.
No! We need action. We need to take back control by whatever means necessary. We need action now. Don't you be following me. Don't you pick up.
There, from his own lips, unmistakable talk of uprising. That, coupled with today's stabbing, is damning evidence that will speak loudly to the authorities of the potential threat posed by Christopher. And with that, it's back to you, Alan.
Well, was that what he was really saying, Killian? All I heard were calls for compassion.
Well, he's hardly likely to come straight out and say it, is he? No, it's a clear act of anti-establishment behavior. I have to agree with Merrick on this one. He may talk of compassion, but his actions say otherwise. The man did stab a security officer.
Allegedly.
And what about this? These very words heard on that clip. They want to take control by any means necessary.
Well, I don't believe it was Christopher who actually used those words.
It doesn't matter who said it. The fact is it was said. Rise up. Provocation. And I've been around long enough to know where it leads.
Well, we can now go back to Jenny at the gate. Jenny.
Thank you, Alan. Crowds continue to gather here at Bishopsgate as we attempt to get a few words with the suspect. It looks like we have an interview. Hi, Christopher. Hi. Hi, okay? I'm sitting here with a man accused of an almost fatal stabbing. His name, as you've all now come to know, is Christopher. Christopher, why should we believe your innocence?
This isn't about my innocence. It's not why I brought you here.
To be clear, you didn't actually bring us here.
What's important thing is you're here now.
You realise they're calling you an agitator and a terrorist.
Who tells the public what to think? The real terrorists, they know who they are. They're watching now. The day of reckoning is at hand.
That could be viewed as inciting language.
I am inciting. I'm inciting a revolution like no other. A revolution that begins in here. In you. In all of you. You have the power. If you can change yourself, you can change the world, and that terrifies them. The truth of my message is love. All you do is tell the world I'm a terrorist.
We're just trying to tell the truth.
Oh, the truth.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you spoken to the man that was stabbed?
Hey!
Have you?
What are you doing here?
Okay, yes.
Have you spoken to the man that was stabbed?